Welcome, Veljko. It's such a pleasure to talk to you today.
Thank you. I really appreciate that you called me in this interview.
Yeah, thank you. And before you share a bit about this project, please tell me about you, who you are, what you're doing here.
I'm Veljko, and I'm now working as a media director in our Southeast European Union. And I'm thinking that this job for now is something that moves me forward. I really like it.
Fill you with passion.
Yeah, I'm so satisfied. Yeah.
That is great. And I came here, I welcomed you, but this is your studio, so
Don't worry.
I came here to learn more about life with God. Tell me about this project.
This project is something very interesting. Why? When we lived in a habitat like this, where everybody wants to learn through others' experience, there is a lot of books in bookstore, and there are a lot of autobiography books and something like that. We came up with an idea how to show the experience from the people who was touched by the God's hand. And this was amazing. The reach is very, very good.
So this is a project in which you are sharing stories of people's experiences with God.
Yes.
And some of these stories are, I was an atheist, or I grew up in a communist context in which thinking and talking about God was not even a possibility. And they take you through the journey of it until actually now I believe in God, or even actually now I am a pastor. How did you come up with the idea?
4 or 5 years ago, I wrote one reminder on my phone, on my schedule, and I was wrote to pray for one specific things every Tuesday at 12, what God want from me. And just after 1 month, we came up with this idea, the stories about experience by people who have lived by God. And this was amazing. And one evening, our president, union president, my wife and myself sit and, speaking about life. And I said, guys, I have one idea. Let's do some project where we will reach the people and speak about true stories, how God lead them. And Dragan, our president, said, wow, that's interesting, that's very good. And I'm thinking that we should name this project Life with God. And that is our beginning.
So this project came as the result of prayer. You were praying, God, show me what you want from me. And this idea crystallized in the process. Tell me about, it's been 3-4 years since you started?
Yes, it's been 4 years. This is 4th sessions of the interviews. For now, we have 53 interviews with average views about 11,000-12,000 of the views, and the video which have the most of views are about 35.
So your most popular video, 35,000 views.
Yeah.
So people are engaging with this content.
Yes, but this is very interesting because we live in Serbia, where the Seventh-day Adventist Church is something like sect, They don't understand us, and maybe in the future we can change this.
And the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Serbia is quite small, so that these views don't come from people who are necessarily Adventists.
Thank you for this question, because we had an analytics from YouTube, and we saw that only 23.6% was from subscribers, and everybody else are not subscribers. So
the vast majority of the people,
non-Adventists.
That is amazing. And you're not just on YouTube, you have social media platforms.
We are on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook also, and on TikTok we have such wonderful numbers as 2.1 million views, 1.5 million views, and it's a different views.
It varies from video to video, but there's a lot of interest in what you are creating here.
Because we are in Serbia, which have around 6 million people, and this is a really huge number for us.
Huge numbers.
Yes. And because we are present on social media, some newspaper, famous newspaper in Serbia, get our story and presented in a newspaper.
This is fantastic. So you are sharing true stories of how I found my faith and how I discovered my faith in God. And then through that, you're sharing on social media, TikTok, Instagram, and is so famous and so popular that the local media are actually sharing your stories.
Yes. And for now, we are branding it. When you go in town and like Dan, who was here, he called me one day, "Hey man, I became famous. There are so many people who saw me. Hey, you are there on TikTok," and
they recognize him from one of your interviews.
Yes, because we really doing a good job.
And we were talking about this project before, and you told me about your prayer ministry with some of the viewers. Would you mind sharing some of that?
Yes. At every end of these stories, I was there on video screen and I talk to our audience and I tell them, if you have something you have struggled with something, or
if you have a struggle or a problem,
yes,
if you need prayer,
if you need prayer, please send me an email with a list of what you want, and our prayer team will pray for you. And when you come some feedback, like I was an Adventist, but my approach to beliefs was just intellectual, and now I see how God really doing in the people. I came back to the church, and thank you for this. This is something that we need in this very hard time in ATC.
That's really important. So you have non-believers watching,
yes,
but you also have former Adventists who, after seeing these stories, feel, oh, maybe there's something different that I haven't heard yet. Maybe my faith was too intellectual, and this can lead me in a path of more experiential approach.
Exactly.
That is fantastic. Tell me about your dreams and hopes for this project.
Yes, I'm a guy who really can dream huge.
Good, dream big. Yeah, permission
to
dream.
I dream big, yes, thank you. My dream is actually that we can have, we should have actually one TV station, Adventist TV station, presented in cable TV, something like that, where we can reach a lot of people.
Yes.
Because there is a lot of people I know who are on telephone, tablet, or a PC, but also there is a huge group who watch TV. Mm-hmm. And if we are on TV, we can present life stories, we can present our preachers, we can present everything what we do. Our identity is Adventist identity, and as Adventist, I know what God has done with me. I was in the mug. Now He gives me the very, very good life, and the Bible is the book who can change the life. We need to give to the people that, because if God touch our soul, we become the most significant person in our eyes and in God's eyes also.
Fantastic. Yeah. We will continue to pray.
Thank you.
I am delighted to see so far how God has led you, and through prayer. So let's carry on praying and see what doors God opens for this fantastic project, Life with God.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much.